Welcome to Joyous Joints. So standing here, just see if you can let your toes have a bit of a wiggle jiggle. So I'll just bring mine up, the wiggling and the jiggling. So feeling into your toes, different ways in which they can move. And then we're going to lift a heel as high as we can and then change to the other side. I'm going to lift the left heel and I'm going to move my hands here so you can see a little easier. Just let the leg circle. Then the other way. And we'll change to the other side. And settle. So our session is about the joints of the body. And if you bring your arms in front of you, bring the finger and thumb tips together. In fact, I might turn a little bit here. So each bone will come together to make a joint. And if you imagine that the arm is one bone and the other arm is another bone, they're coming together. You'll have ligaments that connect them, and you will make a capsule for the synovial joints. So these are joints that will have a fluid released when you move. And there's lots of different kinds of synovial joints. If we put our hands on our shoulders, we have the ball and socket here, where the rounded end of the upper arm bone will rotate into a socket, quite a small one, at the side of the shoulder blade. And then the other way. And then we have the hinge. So elbows, we turn, and then we bring in the knees as well. Coming across to the elbow, and we're going to just turn the arm. And this is a pivot joint. So one of the lower arm bones is rotating over the other. The other side. And we have the same type of pivot at the very top of the spine. So you have a vertebra with a little peg on the top, and the other one slots on top, and it can pivot. So we'll just touch right up at the top of the neck where it meets the skull. And here, just turn the head. And this is your pivot. Release. We have a semi ball and socket joint at the wrists. The other way. When we have this action, it's called a gliding joint. And then if you make a fist apart from the thumbs, and you start to rotate your thumbs, you have a saddle joint. Basically, you have two, the other way, concave bones that slot into each other. And release. So, a little flow for our synovial joints. We're at the end of our mat. Here, we're going to bring the hands to the heart. And we're bending here into the chair. From the chair, the left leg comes back. We have a lunge. The heel is up. You're on the ball of the feet. And then the arms are coming out into cactus. And then back leg comes down. We lengthen through. And we have the pyramid. Hands where they're most comfy. From here, the hands come down. We're going to bring the back leg in. It's going to cross behind the front one. You can choose to have your legs bent, or they can lengthen in this fold. We're taking the back leg and we're bending it. Quite strange. You can stay here, or you can try extending it up. It comes back down. We roll back up. We're going to take the right arm out. The left arm is coming inside the left leg, and the left leg is balancing out. And we come back, hands to the heart again. I'm going to change sides. And we come into our chair. The right leg is coming back. The heel is up. And we're opening the arms into the cactus. Back foot comes down. We open into the pyramid. We bend the front leg. The back leg is coming in behind it. We have a fold. The legs can be lengthened or they can be bent. The hands, fingertips, knuckles or palms. We take the back leg. We let it bend up. It can stay here or it can try to lengthen up. Then it comes down. We roll back up. We take the left arm out to the side. The right leg is coming out and the hand is just inside it. We release down. So the synovial joints that we've been exploring have lots of mobility. When we move, they release a fluid into the capsule. But there are other joints that have less movement. And if you slide the fingers together and you look at your hands, you'll see a kind of zigzag where the fingers come together. And this is similar to the joints of the head. So if we bring the hands, just press it around the head here. These are fibrous joints, lots of stability. I'm going to let the hands come to the very back. Bring the elbows towards each other and out. Then we're going to cradle the head very lightly. I'm going to let the eyes look up on a high diagonal. You can also use this one to support anxiety. You stay here, and there hopefully will be a shift like your sigh or swallow. Kind of breaks the pattern, we hope. And then we change to the other side. So side bend, we're looking on a high diagonal. Release. So the fibrous joints, these, also find in the sacrum. And also below the sacrum in the tailbone. And then we have some of the little bit more movement, the fibrocartilage ones of the rest of the spine, apart from the two top bones, the sacrum and the tailbone. And if you imagine one hand is a vertebra, the other hand is a vertebra, there's a little space between, you have a cartilage disc, and it gives you some movement. And we have a movement to support this. So we're going to bring the spine back and then forwards. So back and forwards, back, forwards. And we have another flow. So we come a bit wider. We're going to softly make some figure of eights lying on their sides. Then we're turning into a triangle. From the triangle, we're turning to make a lunge. And the opposite arm to the leg comes forwards. and the other one's to the side. The back heel is off. You probably can't see that so easily. Then we're going to bring the back leg in. We're still up on the balls of the feet. The hands are returning to the heart. And we're going to bring that back leg off. It could be a little. It could be more into the warrior three. Then it lands. We come forwards. We find the cactus arms. And this wide bend. We come up. And we start again. We're going to turn into the triangle. Slide back up. We're going to turn, taking the back heel off. The front arm is forwards. The back arm's out to the side. And we hop the back leg in. We come back to the heart, hands in prayer. Then we take a balance. It might be a little one. It might be a bigger one. We bring the leg back down. We turn. We cactus the arms. And come back. And then we are, or I am, going to adjust my camera and we are making our way down onto hands and knees. So here, we're going to start with the left leg. We're bringing it up towards the nose and the nose towards the knee. We're bringing it then right up. It comes back and it's going to circle. One, and then back the other way. We repeat, nose to knee, up, circle one way, then the other. Last time. Place that down and we come to the left arm. So the left arm is lifting up. It's scooping through. It comes back. It's going to circle one way and back the other way. Again, up, through, circle, return. Take a pause. Feel how the left side is in comparison to the right. And then we'll do the other side. So I'll turn round. So right nose to knee, coming up, back, circle the other way, and nose to knee, up, circle. Last time. Release. The right arm up, through, forwards and back and forth, up, scoop, circle one way, circle the other way. Last time, up, through, circle, and circle. So from here, we're coming into the dolphin. Arms, have a little rock. We're going to turn the toes under. So you can either stay rocking or you can come all the way up. Some people might be able to have flat feet. And then we gently find our way back down. From here, we take the right leg through. We lift up the body and we're keeping the toes under, taking up the knee. The knee comes down. We turn a little now over the right knee. You have a twist there. You can release the toe. And we come back. And we're taking the right arm now and we're threading it through. We might rest on the lower arm, or we might thread it right through into a twisted child. We find our way back out. We're going to push through. The toes curl under or into a downward facing dog. From here, we bend the knees, take off the heels, come down. We either keep the pelvis high or we sit it back to the heels and lengthen into a high child. We come back. Ready to start again. I'm turning for the other side. We're back, down, place fingers. The toes curl under, have a rock. You might stay with this. You might be able to take the knees off a little. You might be able to lengthen up. You might be able to flatten through the feet. And then back down. We're coming into the pigeon through the left leg. We're curling the right toes under, taking that knee off. Then that comes back. We turn a little over the left leg. We come back. And we're taking the left arm now, we're scooping it under. We might rest on the lower arm. We might go a bit further. The other arm may relax down. You could even possibly lengthen it. And then we draw the arms back. We're going to find ourselves through the neutral position, then curl the toes under and find our downward facing dog. From here, we bend the knees, take the heels off. We come back. Might keep the pelvis high, might come to the heels. We lengthen the arms forwards. We bring the arms back. We lift up, release the toes. For those fibrous joints of the head, we're going to bring the crown down. Just move the torso so it starts to massage the head into your mat. Then the other way. Take a pause. Push back up. Then we're going to bring the palms down the lower arms, forehead down. Let the pelvis move you forward so you roll onto the crown and then draw you back. So this will work through the fibro cartilage joints of the spine. The next time you're on the forehead, pause. And then we come to one more flow here. So this flow starts with the scorpion. So the arms are coming down again, lace the fingers. We are taking the left leg, it's coming up. We're going to bring it down and see if we can take it out to the side. Then we'll place the palms down, lift up, and then we can take the leg out a bit further and have a few circles. Then the other way. We're going to curl the back toes under, lift up the knee. We can stay quite high, or we can drop the pelvis lower. See what feels good for you. Then we soften that knee down. We bring the front leg back. We have the toes curled under. We're going to walk the hands back and just try to come and rock here. So if it's available, you can have your hands flat, your feet flat down. We're going to bring the hands into prayer. If the feet aren't flat down, then you're up here and you're bringing the hands into prayer. Whichever you're in, come to bring the hands down. Let the knees come outside the elbows. Your arms and your hands have now become the legs of a bird. And you're going to just rock forwards and backwards here. Take a pause. So this is the foundation for the bird, where you lift up and you can take your feet off and have a balance. And back. So we are now coming into another downward dog. From this downward dog, we're going to walk hands and feet towards each other in whatever way you like. You have a forward fold. The legs can be straight or bent. Then the hands come to the shins. We lengthen the back. We soften down. And repeat on the other side. So I will swivel around. We're down to start with the scorpion. This time it's the right leg. We bring it down and to the side. We come up onto the hands and then we can adjust this leg so that we can find some circling. Change direction. Take a pause. The toes curl under. We take the knee off. So we have this lizard lunge. It might be quite high, or you might be able to drop the pelvis quite low. We come back. And the leg returns. We bring ourselves back with the toes curled under. We have a little rock here. It might be that you can place the feet flat down. You might not. Whichever you've chosen, we have the prayer hands. They're not actually touching the heart. So if you're not flat, then you're up higher. Then the arms are going to become legs. The knees are outside the elbows and you have a rock. And you're imagining now that the legs are wings and that the arms are legs. And you're in your basic bird. Take a pause. So just imagining now that you have stability through your legs and that you can balance. Then back. We're going to come out of this, reorganize into the downward facing dog. Walking in, so it could be hands first, it could be feet first, whichever way you want to. From here, hands on the legs in a way that allows you to lengthen out the spine. Rolling back down, all the way, and coming to sit. So I'm going to take a little drink. So we are going to start with the left leg. Fingers underneath the knee. You might feel the tendons, and we're lengthening and bending. So the hinge. Head for the baby, holding the foot, and this week we are circling the ball and socket joints. The other way. Then going to support under the leg in some way and circle at the ankle. So make sure you change direction from time to time. And we'll bring that down and just see how that leg feels in comparison to the other leg. And then we'll go the other side. Baby, we're circling. So I've changed direction. So again, you can change direction when you feel like it. I'm going to support underneath and find some rotation. Okay. And then the other way. We let this leg come down, see if it's changed at all and it's feeling. And then finding the hinge joint at the elbows. Turning over, hinge again, but this time bring in the knees too. Then rotation, so the hand here, the pivot joint, the other side. The two upper vertebrae, the neck, turning the head one way and then the other. So if you remember that joint, you have a vertebra with a peg and the other one kind of slots on the top and can do that. Then the wrists, the other way. They can also glide, so they go up and down. And then fingers, thumbs free to circle in one direction, then the other. So the saddle joint here. I'm going to release there. And we're bringing our legs in a bent position with the feet to the left. We have an arc. We have a reach, possibly a lift. Let the arm come over. This same arm takes hold of the other elbow. That clasp there, we lengthen through the spine and fold. We come back up and we repeat. From here, we're coming down onto the side. The top arm is going to circle one way. And then the other. We'll bring that into a rotation. Then this arm is coming over the head. And it's going to open back at 90 degrees. And then it returns. Third time. We let this support us. We take the top leg. The feet are connected. Lifting up and down. We're now taking both feet up and doing the same movement. Comes down. We're going to find our bicycling movement. Change direction. take a pause, and then we're tapping. So we're taking the upper foot, tap front, back. Our hand is touching the back of the neck, feeling between the lower 5 vertebrae. And it's between here that you will have your cartilage discs, creating fibro-cartilage joints. Same in the lower back. So see if you can press the fingers between the vertebrae here. You have 5 large ones in the lower back. Then we're going to cradle the head very lightly. We're going to lift up the feet. We're going to come up a little bit higher there. And we're just staying, feeling that in the spine. We'll softly lower. I'm going to do this one more time. From here, we come up to a semi-sitting position. The upper hand is coming either to the outside of the lower leg or it's coming to the foot. And you have an extension. It comes back in. The hand to the quads there, you can lengthen back. Hand to the ilium, pelvic bone, and the leg can come forwards. So you have these 3. And then finding your way up, letting the feet come the opposite side. And we're back to that flow again. So we arc towards the feet. Then we have a reach, possibly a lift. That same arm comes to find the other elbow. We lengthen and fold. Returning to repeat. Arc, reach, possibly lift, back down, elbows, and fold. We come back, and then we're down for the other side. So we slide down, hand to shoulder circle, change direction, we have rotations. Feel that it's coming from the shoulder rather than from the wrist. Then this arm is coming up over the head. It's going to slide about 90 degrees round. You have a little rotation here or a little twist, and then back. Again. Let the hands support us. The feet are together. We take the top knee up and down. We take both feet up and repeat. Figure of eights, bicycling the top leg. And change the direction. Support from the hands so we can now tap forwards and back with our toes. It might not be all the toes. Let that settle. So feeling the sensations in the leg here. Coming to touch again the vertebra in the neck, particularly between the lower 5. To the lower back, see if again you can feel between the vertebra. And deeper in here, you have cartilage discs. Give mobility, but also some firmness as well. And then cradling the head, let the lower legs come up, bring the head up a little bit, but very light with the arms. Feel it in the spine, back down, and return. We're going to take the top hand. It's going to support us to come to semi-sitting. We have this top hand either on the side of the leg or to the foot. We can extend. We can push back. And then we're coming forwards. From here, we find our way up. We have the legs extended. Some support with the arms. And we have the feet flexing, pointing. It will create a little bend through the legs. Settle. We're taking the right leg now. It's either crossing at the ankle or the heels coming onto the toes and forward folding. We come up and out of this. This top leg bends. It's crossed over the lower leg. You have the left arm wrapping round and the right arm is going to wrap round the back. Releasing out of this, uncrossing. The hands there to support, and we have a push. We might choose to take the pelvis up, and then we come back down. We're going to do it again. So we have this push up. You might stay here, or you might choose to bring the leg up. And then we come all the way back. The leg is still bent here. We're coming down onto the lower arms. We're letting the chest come up. We let the head lengthen. So we're looking directly up to the ceiling. So this is a fish with one leg bent, one leg lengthened. Soften at the heart. The head will curl round. And then we push up a little bit. We let that leg lengthen. And we come to a forward fold. Bring back up to do it all again on the other side. So we have this movement through the feet. And pulls. We're going to let the left leg come across either at the ankle or onto the toes. And fold. We curl back up, the knee bends, the foot comes in, and we wrap. So the arm that usually supports, see if you can take that round as well. We come back. Uncross. From here, possibly lifting up and back. Going to do it again. You can stay in that position, or you might choose to see if you can lift the leg as well. And back down. So we keep the one leg bent, the other one still straight. We're going to find the fish body here. So we're lifting through the heart. The neck stays lengthened. We look up to the ceiling. To come out, just soften through the heart, the head will curl. Find your way back up. Let that leg lengthen and fold forwards. Rolling back up. We're going to let the legs bend. So, fourth spine, My hands are here around back the shins. We draw in the abdominal muscles, curl back off the sitting bones and return. We're going to do that now again, but without the hands on the left. And then we're going to just take these arms back. I think we can just roll back a bit. Take the legs here. Just have a little bicycle movement. Change into the other direction. Really feel through the connections of the hips, knees, and ankles. And play with the feet. And we'll take one leg down, let the other leg lengthen, kind of counterbalances you up. And then coming to find a comfortable finishing position. Where we bring the hands back up onto the shoulders. We're going to let the elbows come towards each other and away. We're going to take the head again, the arm down, look up on that high diagonal. Then change sides. Coming back, hands to the heart, closing your eyes. Noticing how your body feels, the warm places, the cool, the tight, the loose, the light, the heavy. You may be able to feel the body moving from the breath, the air coming in, the air going out. Feeling the air now on your skin, the skin of your arms, hands, face, feet. And how does it feel to you? And then softly opening the eyes to the light, to the colours, to the textures, to the shapes in your room. Thank you very, very much for joining me in this session on the joints of the body. So taking the time you need to reacclimatize yourself. You may want to rest, you may want some movement, finding the time and space that's right for you. And once again, thank you very much.